Do you believe the memo proves high treason by Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and the DNC? We've got just over 1,000 votes, about half an hour into this poll. I say yes. Yes, indeed, it does that Barack Obama would allow Hillary Clinton to wield the full power of the federal government against her political candidate. That is collusion. That is treason. Let's get right back into this memo from Nunes. Before and after Steele was terminated as a source, he maintained contact with the Department of Justice via then Associate Deputy Attorney Bruce Orr, a senior DOJ official who worked closely with Deputy Attorneys General Yates and later Rosenstein and also Obama. Shortly after the election, the FBI began interviewing Orr, documenting his communications with Steele. Steele admitted to Orr his feelings against then-candidate Trump when Steele said, quote, he was desperate that Donald Trump did not get elected and was passionate about him not being president. Now, you have to ask yourself why. Is that really how Christopher Steele felt, or is that how Christopher Steele was paid to feel and then act because of Hillary Clinton? But not reflected in any of the Page FISA application. So again, they knew all of this, but did not include it when they applied for the FISA application. And I'll get to more of that in a second. During this same time period, Orr's wife was employed by Fusion GPS to assist in the cultivation of opposition research on Trump. Or later, so again, now you have Orr in the Obama administration working with Obama admin.
I had this chest cold, but my medicine kept wearing off.
I missed you.
Then I discovered Mucinex. One pill lasts 12 hours, and I'm good.
Why take 4-hour medicine? One Mucinex lasts 12 hours. Let's end this.
Yeah, now you have Orr in the Obama administration working with Obama admins, whose wife is married to Fusion GPS, who's working for Hillary Clinton. And we already reported this months ago. Orr later provided the FBI with all of his wife's opposition research, paid for by the DNC and the Clinton campaign via Fusion GPS, like we told you months ago. The Orr's relationship with Steele and Fusion GPS was inexplicably concealed from the FISC. So again, they didn't include that when applying for the warrants to spy. According to the head of the FBI's Counterintelligence Division, Assistant Director Bill Priestap, corroboration of the Steele dossier was in its infancy at the time of the initial Page FISA application. So do you believe that? And if that is true, why were you rushing then to get that spy warrant pushed through, even though you could not corroborate the evidence they provided, if you want to call it evidence, the fake dossier they provided with no intel, no information that they knew about it? So they intentionally withheld information about the dossier so that they could spy on Trump's team. And then here you have Priestap admitting that they rushed to get that warrant passed, even though corroboration of the dossier was in its infancy. In early January 2017, Director Comey briefed President-elect Trump on a summary of the Steele dossier, even though it was, according to his June 2017 testimony, salacious and unverified. So then one must ask, why did James Comey brief President Trump on that dossier that he already knew was funded by Hillary Clinton, and he called himself salacious and unverified? Was James Comey blackmailed into doing that, or was he threatening President Trump? One must wonder. Deputy Director McCabe testified before the committee in December of 2017, just a month ago, that no surveillance warrant would have been sought from the FISC without the Steele dossier information, and that is the bombshell. And again, we reported on all of this months ago. This just confirms again that InfoWars is right, next year's news today. Let me repeat. Deputy Director Andrew McCabe testified before the committee in December 2017 that no surveillance warrant would have been sought from the FISC without the Steele dossier information. Did you hear me? The fake Russian dossier is the entire purpose, the entire reason behind President Obama spying on President Trump, or then candidate Trump. The Papadopoulos information triggered the opening of an FBI counterintelligence investigation in late July 2016 by FBI agent Peter Strzok. Now you got Peter Strzok coming into the picture and this weird Papadopoulos character. Strzok has text...
Cough doesn't sound so good. Take me Cinex DM.
I'll text you in 4 hours when your cough returns.
One pill lasts 12 hours, so...
Looks like I'm good all night.
Why take 4-hour cough medicine? Just one Mucinex lasts 12 hours. Let's end this.
Weird Papadopoulos character. Strzok has text messages with his mistress, FBI attorney Lisa Page, where they both demonstrated a clear bias against Trump and in favor of Clinton, whom Strzok also investigated. How about that? How about that? How do you have someone not recuse himself from that investigation? Of course Strzok should have recused himself. Of course Strzok should have recused himself from the FBI. But he didn't. And he knew he was biased. And he was working for Clinton. And Strzok and McCabe and Comey let Clinton go, wrote her off before the investigation ever even took place. The Strzok-Lisa Page texts also reflect extensive discussions about the investigation, orchestrating leaks to the media, and include a meeting with Deputy Director McCabe to discuss an insurance policy against President Trump's election. At first, I thought the insurance policy was the dossier. Now I'm starting to think it may have been an assassination, which we might find out later with the Peter Strzok texts that magically disappeared / were erased. Now, few questions still remain. One, well, really the big question that still remains is, what was the motive behind the dossier? Now, we know that it was funded by the Clinton campaign, the DNC, using the conduits of the Cooey law firm and Fusion GPS. But was the information, obviously the information is entirely fabricated, right? I mean, Trump never had anyone pee on a bed. Trump never had looked into where Obama stayed at a hotel. It's all made up. So the question is, who made it up? Who made up the salacious lies about President Trump that eventually led to libel and slander? Which I hope President Trump will follow up with that to the fullest extent of the law. Will that fall in the Clinton lap, Obama lap, Steele's lap, or someone else's lap that we're not sure of? But remember what Project Veritas exposed over a year ago with Bob Kramer talking about how Hillary Clinton really pulls all the strings at the Democrat Party. If Hillary Clinton wants Donald Trump duck on the streets, Hillary Clinton gets Donald Trump duck on the streets. Is this a situation where if Hillary Clinton wants a made-up document making Trump seem like some sort of pervert and some sort of Obama hater in Russia, and then that gets done, is that how that went down, or is there something else at foot there? So those are the questions that we now have to ask moving forward. But keep this in mind. The Democrats say that this memo is fake. There's nothing to see here. Well, then why are they freaking out, and why is the FBI freaking out? The Democrats are also saying that this memo is treasonous. Well, how is it treasonous? They don't show you any classified information. And if you're saying it's treasonous because it's fake, well, then if treason is to fake...
To get great care for your everyday life, you need more than an everyday doctor. You need one that listens. And that's just what care teams at St. Thomas Health, a part of Ascension, do. Listening to you helps us see your whole picture. And with care teams who take the time to understand you, getting the care you need when and where you need it has never been easier. Find care that is right for you at getsthealthcare.com.
It's treasonous because it's fake. Well, then if treason is to fake a document, what does that make the Russian dossier? You always forget to think before you open your big fat mouth, Democrats, and you realize by calling a fake document treasonous, you're now talking about treason with the fake Russian dossier.